There is a moment. It does not arrive loudly. It feels like hesitation. You want to speak, and your throat tightens. You want to move, and your body freezes. You want to choose differently, and something inside says, not yet. This is not fear. This is your body asking a question. Is it safe now? The part of you that went silent does not return on command. It returns when conditions change, when pace slows, when pressure dissolves, when listening replaces demand. This is why force never works, because force feels identical to the moment you disappeared. So the body tests first. Small signals, subtle impulses, a word you almost say, a boundary you almost set, a truth that hovers at the edge of your mouth. These are invitations, not commands. Your nervous system does not believe language. It believes pattern. You can say, I am safe now, but if your life is rushed, your body hears danger. You can say, I am allowed to be myself, but if your environment punishes honesty, your body stays quiet. Trust is not created by affirmation. It is created by consistency without consequence. This is why healing feels slow, because safety must be proven over time. Again, and again, and again. Return does not begin with revelation. It begins with sensation, a breath that goes deeper than usual, a moment of rest without guilt, a pause where nothing is required. These moments recalibrate your internal compass. They tell the hidden self, I am not rushing you. I am not demanding performance. I am here. And slowly, the self that left leans closer, not fully. Not yet, just enough to feel the temperature. This is progress, even if it feels like nothing, especially when it feels like nothing. As return begins, something surprising happens. You feel more, not less. Sensitivity increases. Old emotions surface without warning. Tears arrive unexpectedly. Anger flickers without a clear target. This is not regression. This is thawing. Frozen systems hurt when they regain circulation. And pain during thaw means aliveness is returning. Your job here is not control. It is containment. Let emotions move without interpretation, without story, without judgment. Movement is enough. There will be a moment, quiet, unannounced, where pretending feels heavier than honesty, where maintaining the mask costs more than removing it. This is not courage. It is exhaustion ending its contract. You do not decide to be real. You reach a point where you cannot not be. And when that moment comes, you will not explode. You will soften. Truth arrives gently when it is safe. There is nothing wrong with the pace of your return. The body remembers what the mind forgot, and it will lead you back when it is ready, not to who you were, but to who you never stopped being. Breathe. Stay here. This is not the end. It is the doorway. Return is not a retreat. It meets reality. Bills, relationships, expectations. This is where many stop, because truth without structure creates overwhelm. Integration is the bridge. It is how aliveness learns to live inside real life. You do not dismantle everything. You renegotiate one boundary, one honest sentence, one slower choice. Small, repeatable acts teach the nervous system that authenticity does not equal loss. Not everything needs voice. Some things need space. Expression is paced. Flooding is uncontained. Your body knows the difference. When your chest stays open, that is expression. When your system spikes, that is flooding. Integration means choosing doses of truth your system can digest. Truth that can be lived is better than truth that overwhelms. Identity shifts quietly. You stop explaining yourself. You stop over-justifying choices. You stop negotiating your needs, not from arrogance, from alignment. When inner parts agree, less defense is needed. You feel simpler, clearer, less split. Safety changes shape. It is no longer approval, it becomes coherence. Your body relaxes around people who can meet you. Your body tightens around environments that demand performance. You listen now. That is maturity. Integration is quiet work. It does not announce itself. But one day you realize you are here, not managing, not pretending, present, and that changes everything. This is not courage. It is exhaustion ending its contract. You do not decide to be real. You reach a point where you cannot not be. And when that moment comes, you will not explode. You will soften. Truth arrives gently when it is safe. There is nothing wrong with the pace of your return. The body remembers what the mind forgot, and it will lead you back when it is ready, not to who you were, but to who you never stopped being. Breathe. Stay here. This is not the end. It is the doorway. Transformation does not arrive with fireworks. It arrives with relief. You stop forcing growth. You stop chasing versions of yourself. You stop asking, who should I become? And begin asking, what is no longer true? This shift is subtle, but subtle shifts reorganize entire lives. One day, you notice something different. You pause before reacting. You feel before deciding. This pause is freedom, not the loud kind, the real kind. Choice returns when the nervous system is no longer hijacked by memory. You respond instead of repeating. Old patterns do not disappear. They become optional. You recognize them early. You feel their pull, but you are not inside them. This is mastery, not control. Awareness without collapse. You no longer live from urgency. Yeah, you live from presence. Your decisions feel quieter, but more solid. You trust yourself because you listen, and listening has become your baseline. You were never meant to disappear to survive. You adapted, and now you are allowed to return, not to fix yourself, but to inhabit yourself. Breathe, stay. This is integration. This is transformation. This is not courage. It is exhaustion ending its contract. You do not decide to be real. You reach a point where you cannot not be. And when that moment comes, you will not explode. You will soften. Truth arrives gently when it is safe. There is nothing wrong with the pace of your return. The body remembers what the mind forgot, and it will lead you back when it is ready, not to who you were, but to who you never stopped being. Breathe. Stay here. This is not the end. It is the doorway.